Okay, so this is a video reply for my friend Homestead Acres. I questioned him on his channel. I asked, did you believe in the New World Order? That's what I asked him. And after seeing the G20 protests and after watching this one video that I saw, it was about a climate change summit in Copenhagen, and it was about a treaty that all the nations were going to sign. And anyway, the treaty was outlined that all these industrialized nations were supposed to sign this treaty and basically share wealth among the world. And by doing this, it would level the playing field for the world and create this new world order, if you would say. So once I started thinking about the New World Order, I get a lot of time to think. I'm unemployed. I got a lot of time to think about things, and I contemplate things constantly. And once I rationalized this New World Order, everything kind of came in a sense. It all started making sense, kind of. First of all, the reason why everyone's unemployed, the reason why I think the economy is in the tank, is because of them outsourcing all the jobs. You've outsourced most of your manufacturing sector, most of your high-tech sector, and in turn, we don't have any more growth. We don't produce anything anymore. And I think that's what led to the people's downfall, not necessarily the government's downfall, because we have 10,000 on the Dow now. But as far as Main Street, I don't think the economy's going to come back, and our government just keeps on borrowing more money and getting further and further in the hole. And I don't think the economy's going to come back. Those jobs can't come back. They're in China, or they're in their third world area, and they're there to stay, And so what has happened is these powerful jobs and wealthy jobs that made America strong and great have been outsourced to these third world countries, because they can do them cheaper, but to level the playing field as far as the world is concerned. It makes sense now. If you want this New World Order, if you want to form, I think what we are is we're in the very, very, very beginning stages. I think we're starting to see the framework of this New World Order to come to power. I think this is the very, very tip, the very, very beginning. These, everybody gained out of us losing our wealth, the U.S. losing our wealth. These third world countries, if you wanted to bring them on board to this new world order, then what did they get? They got jobs. So they got money out of it. And then our debt just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing, and it's not going to stop. And I'm beginning to think that they are trying to bankrupt us. They are trying to run our country into the ground intentionally. That way they can make the case to say, well, Canada, United States, and Mexico need to all combine and form this North American Union. So once that would happen, our currencies would reset, and then the Amero, which has already been perceived, would come about. You would have this Amero. So you would have the North American Union, you'd have the European Union. I'm not sure if Russia or not. Well, Russia in a whole be kind of like the Soviet Union. You'd have all these powerhouse nations coming together and then forming this new world order, and basically then that would be it. That would be the one world government. And I think maybe 5 or 10 years from now, you'll see more and more collaboration of powerhouse nations and less and less sovereignty of these nations. The problem is that there's some documents standing in the way, such as the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of Canada. I think they have a Constitution or a Bill of Rights or something that guarantees their sovereignty. But I think you'll see less and less of this, and I think you'll see more collaboration. I think Barack Obama is putting these things into play. I think George W. Bush was really, he really excelled a lot. And I think the reason that we are at war with Afghanistan and Iraq is because, not so much for terrorism, but because they're rogue nations, and they need to be on board for this new world order. And so we're using the American military and NATO forces to transform their government so they will be new world order compatible. But that's just a theory of mine. That's just a theory. That's my comment.